International living. Get an in-depth look at 90 Day Fiancé star Jenny Slatin's net worth following her life-changing move to India. When Jenny Slatin made the decision to leave the United States and relocate to India, it wasn't just a change of address, it was a complete transformation of her life. The 90 Day Fiancé personality chose love over predictability, stepping away from the comfort, routine, and security she had built over decades in America. She said goodbye to familiar surroundings, steady employment, and the closeness of her family in order to pursue a future with Sumit Singh, the man she had fallen for online. What began as digital conversations across continents slowly developed into a serious emotional commitment that would later unfold in front of millions of reality TV viewers. Their relationship quickly stood out within the franchise. The couple's 30-year age difference became a constant topic of discussion among fans and critics alike, while cultural expectations and traditional family values in India created additional strain. Despite the skepticism, the criticism, and the repeated setbacks, Jenny and Sumit remained committed to one another. Their story has been filled with dramatic twists, secret marriages, family confrontations, visa concerns, and financial stress. Yet through it all, they continued to choose each other. Ultimately, after years of uncertainty, they officially tied the knot, proving that their bond could survive intense pressure from both society and circumstance. Here's a closer and more detailed breakdown of Jenny's finances, her past marriage, and the ways she supports herself while living abroad. What is Jenny Slatin's net worth? When Jenny first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, she was transparent about the magnitude of her decision. She explained that she had resigned from her job in the United States and sold many of her belongings so she could permanently move to India. At the time, she was employed at a resort, earning a consistent income that allowed her to live comfortably. Walking away from that stability was not a small sacrifice. It meant letting go of financial predictability in exchange for an uncertain future in another country. Jenny revealed that she had approximately $6,000 in savings when she prepared to relocate. That money represented her safety net, the funds she would rely on while adjusting to life in India and figuring out her next steps. For many people, $6,000 would seem like a modest amount for such a major international move, especially without guaranteed employment waiting on the other side. But Jenny believed in her relationship enough to take the chance. "My plan is to take out all my savings and I'm moving to India in 2 weeks," she stated during her first season. Her words made it clear that she wasn't treating the move as temporary. She wasn't planning a long vacation or testing the waters. She was committing fully to building a shared life with Sumit, trusting that love would justify the risk. As the couple continued appearing in later installments of the franchise, including Season 7 of Happily Ever After, money once again became a central point of discussion. In a September 2022 episode, Sumit shared his desire to return to a demanding work schedule, potentially working 6 days a week. His reasoning was simple. Increased income could provide greater financial security and open the door to bigger plans for their future. He viewed consistent employment as a step toward long-term stability and growth. Jenny, however, expressed hesitation. After uprooting her life to be with him, she worried about feeling isolated if he spent most of his time at work. 6 days a week is too much, she insisted, emphasizing that their relationship needed balance. She didn't want financial ambition to come at the expense of their time together. Jenny also made an important point during that conversation. She contributes financially as well. She clarified that she receives retirement benefits and Social Security payments from the United States, giving her a steady source of income even while living overseas. "Now I get my retirement and my Social Security. I'm not going to depend only on you," she explained. Her statement underscored her desire for independence and equality within the marriage. She didn't want to be seen as financially dependent or burdensome. Even though Jenny has discussed her income streams publicly, her exact net worth has not been officially confirmed. Estimates vary, but there is no verified figure detailing her assets or total wealth. It is widely believed that her primary earnings come from a combination of reality TV paychecks and retirement income. Given her repeated appearances across multiple seasons and spin-offs, it's reasonable to assume her total earnings have grown over time. Still, without formal financial disclosures, her precise net worth remains private. Who is Jenny Slatton's ex-husband? Before becoming known for her international romance with Sumit, Jenny lived a very different life. She was married for 15 years before joining reality television, and that chapter deeply influenced her emotional journey. On an episode of The Other Way, Jenny reflected on that marriage and the impact it had on her confidence and outlook on love. She shared, "I think everyone's entitled to happiness." As a native of Palm Springs, California, Jenny once believed she had found permanent love in her first marriage. For over a decade, she built a life with her husband, assuming it would last forever. However, when he chose to leave the marriage, it left her blindsided and heartbroken. She described the divorce as a severe emotional blow that damaged her self-esteem. The end of the relationship forced her to confront feelings of rejection and uncertainty. "After divorce, life was scary. I didn't think I would ever find love again, to tell you the truth," she admitted. Her vulnerability resonated with viewers, offering insight into why she was willing to take such a significant leap later in life. For Jenny, Sumit represented more than companionship. He symbolized hope, validation, and a second opportunity to experience love after deep disappointment. How does 90 Day Fiancé's Jenny Slatton make money? A substantial portion of Jenny's income comes from her ongoing involvement with the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. She and Sumit have appeared in multiple seasons and spin-offs, making them recurring figures within the series. Reality television typically compensates cast members on a per-episode basis, and those payments can accumulate significantly over time. According to a source cited by Radar in January 2019, cast members are generally paid between $1,000 and $1,500 per episode. While exact figures may vary, especially for returning or more prominent cast members, these payments provide a steady income stream during filming periods. Participants who become fan favorites or central to major storylines may also negotiate higher compensation as their popularity grows. Considering that Jenny and Sumit have been featured in several installments of the franchise, their cumulative earnings from the show could represent a meaningful contribution to their finances. In addition to those television earnings, Jenny's Social Security and retirement benefits offer consistent support. Living in India, where the cost of living can be lower than in parts of the United States, may also allow those funds to stretch further. Although her exact net worth has not been publicly verified, Jenny appears to maintain financial stability through a combination of television income and retirement payments. Her journey reflects not only a dramatic love story, but also a bold life decision shaped by resilience, independence, and the pursuit of happiness on her own terms. 90 Day Fiancé star Jenny Slatton took one of the biggest emotional and personal risks of her life when she chose love over comfort, familiarity, and stability. Leaving behind everything she knew in the United States, Jenny packed up her life and moved thousands of miles away to India to be with her longtime partner, Sumit Singh. What started as an online connection gradually evolved into a deeply emotional relationship that would later capture the attention of millions of viewers around the world. Their love story quickly became one of the most talked about in the history of the franchise, not only because of the undeniable chemistry between them, but also due to their widely discussed 30-year age gap and the intense cultural barriers they faced along the way. Over the years, Jenny and Sumit's journey has been anything but smooth. Their relationship has been marked by emotional highs filled with hope and devotion, as well as painful setbacks that tested their commitment to one another. From family rejection and societal pressure to financial struggles and constant uncertainty, the couple faced challenges that many believed would tear them apart. Despite the doubts, criticism, and obstacles stacked against them, Jenny and Sumit persevered. Their determination ultimately paid off when they defied expectations and officially married, proving that their bond was stronger than the circumstances working against them. Here's a deeper and more detailed look at what is known about Jenny's financial situation, her life before Sumit, and how she continues to support herself today. What is Jenny Slatton's net worth? When viewers were first introduced to Jenny Slatton on 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, she did not shy away from sharing just how drastic her decision truly was. Jenny openly revealed that she had chosen to walk away from her job in the United States, give up the comfort of her established lifestyle, and sell off most of her personal belongings in order to start a completely new life in India with Sumit. At the time, Jenny was working at a resort, a job that provided her with steady income and stability. However, she made the choice to leave that security behind in favor of pursuing love. Jenny explained that she had managed to save approximately $6,000, which she planned to use as her financial cushion while relocating and adjusting to life abroad. This amount was intended to cover her initial expenses and help her get settled as she began this new chapter. While $6,000 may not seem like a large sum for such a major international move, Jenny believed it was enough to take the leap and trust that things would work out. "My plan is to take out all my savings and I'm moving to India in 2 weeks," she shared during her debut season, making it clear that she was fully committed to building a future with Sumit. For Jenny, this was not a short-term visit or a trial run. It was a permanent relocation driven by deep emotional investment, faith in her relationship, and a strong desire for a fresh start in life. As their story continued to unfold in later seasons of the franchise, including Season 7 of Happily Ever After, finances once again became a central topic in their relationship. During an episode that aired in September 2022, Sumit expressed his desire to return to work on a more demanding schedule. He explained that he wanted to work 6 days a week so they could earn more money and expand their possibilities for the future. To Sumit, working more hours represented stability, growth, and the chance to dream bigger together as a married couple. However, Jenny was not fully on board with his plan. She worried that working 6 days a week would take too much time away from their relationship and negatively affect their day-to-day life together. Having already sacrificed so much to be with Sumit, she feared feeling lonely or disconnected if he was constantly away at work. 6 days a week is too much, she argued, expressing her concerns openly. Jenny also made it clear that she contributes financially to their household. She explained that she receives retirement income and Social Security benefits from the United States, providing her with a steady source of money. "Now, I get my retirement and my Social Security. I'm not going to depend only on you," she stated firmly. This moment highlighted Jenny's desire to maintain her independence and avoid placing all financial responsibility on Sumit's shoulders. Despite her transparency about her income, Jenny's exact net worth has never been publicly disclosed. While various reports suggest that her earnings primarily come from her appearances on reality television and her retirement benefits, there is no official confirmation detailing her total assets. As a familiar face who has appeared in multiple seasons and spin-offs within the franchise, it is reasonable to assume that her overall earnings have grown over time. Still, without verified numbers, her precise net worth remains unknown. Who is Jenny Slatton's ex-husband? Although much of the public conversation surrounding Jenny has focused on her unconventional and controversial romance with Sumit, she lived an entirely different life long before reality television. Jenny was previously married, and that relationship played a significant role in shaping who she is today. During an episode of The Other Way, Jenny opened up about her past and reflected on the emotional impact of her first marriage. "I think everyone's entitled to happiness," the Palm Springs, California native shared honestly. She revealed that she had been married for 15 years and truly believed that marriage would last forever. At the time, she thought she had found her lifelong partner and the happiness she had always wanted. Unfortunately, that belief was shattered when her husband decided to leave the marriage. Jenny admitted that the divorce came as a shock and deeply wounded her emotionally. She described the experience as a huge blow to her self-esteem and sense of self-worth. The end of the marriage left her feeling vulnerable, uncertain, and fearful about what the future might hold. After divorce, life was scary. I didn't think I would ever find love again, to tell you the truth, she confessed. These candid reflections helped viewers understand why Jenny was willing to take such a bold and risky step later in life. Her relationship with Sumit symbolized more than romance. It represented healing, renewal, and a second chance at happiness after years of heartbreak. How does 90 Day Fiancé's Jenny Slatten make money? One of Jenny's primary sources of income comes from her involvement in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. Along with Sumit, she has appeared in multiple seasons and spin-offs, making them one of the more recognizable and frequently discussed couples in the series. Reality TV participation provides cast members with payment per episode, which can add up over time. According to a source who spoke to Radar in January 2019, cast members typically earn between $1,000 and $1,500 per episode. While this amount may vary depending on the individual and the show, it provides a steady source of income for recurring cast members. It has also been reported that compensation can increase based on experience, popularity, and involvement in additional spin-off series. Couples who return season after season or play a central role in major storylines may be able to earn more over time. Since Jenny and Sumit have appeared across several installments of the franchise, their combined earnings from the show could be significant when calculated across multiple seasons. In addition to reality TV income, Jenny has consistently mentioned receiving Social Security and retirement payments, which help support her financially living abroad. Together, these income streams allow her to maintain her lifestyle in India. Although her precise net worth remains undisclosed, her continued presence on television and reliable retirement income suggest that she has achieved a level of financial stability as she continues her life with Sumit. 90 Day Fiancé star Jenny Slatten took an enormous leap of faith in the name of love when she decided to leave her life in the United States behind and relocate to India to be with her longtime partner, Sumit Singh. What began as an online romance eventually turned into one of the most talked about relationships in the franchise, largely because of the couple's highly publicized 30-year age difference and the cultural challenges they faced along the way. Over the years, their journey has been filled with emotional highs, painful setbacks, family opposition, and financial uncertainty. Yet, despite all of the obstacles, they ultimately made it down the aisle and officially became husband and wife. Here's a deeper look at what we know about Jenny's financial situation, her previous marriage, and how she earns her income today. What is Jenny Slatten's net worth? When viewers were first introduced to Jenny on 90 Day Fiancé the other way, she openly shared that she had made a life-altering decision. She quit her job in the United States, sold off most of her belongings, and prepared to start over in India with Sumit. At that time, Jenny worked at a resort and explained that she had saved approximately $6,000 to fund her move and support herself while settling into her new life abroad. "My plan is to take out all my savings, and I'm moving to India in 2 weeks," she said during her debut season, emphasizing how serious she was about building a future with Sumit. For Jenny, it wasn't just a temporary trip, it was a permanent relocation, fueled by love and hope for a fresh start. As their storyline continued on later seasons of the franchise, including Season 7 of Happily Ever After, financial discussions once again became part of their narrative. During one episode in September 2022, Sumit revealed that he wanted to return to work 6 days a week in order to increase their income and allow them to dream bigger about their future together. He felt that working more consistently would help them build financial stability and possibly improve their standard of living. However, Jenny did not entirely agree with his plan. She expressed concern that working 6 days a week would take too much time away from their relationship and daily life together. 6 days a week is too much, she argued. Jenny pointed out that she also contributes financially, explaining that she receives retirement benefits and Social Security income from the United States. "I have money too coming in. Now I get my retirement and my Social Security. I'm not going to depend only on you," she firmly stated, making it clear that she values her independence and does not want to rely solely on her husband for support. Despite her openness about having income streams, Jenny's exact net worth has not been publicly confirmed. Various reports suggest that her earnings primarily come from her reality TV appearances and retirement benefits, but there is no official figure available that details her total assets. As a longtime cast member who has appeared in multiple seasons and spin-offs within the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, it is likely that her overall earnings have increased over time. Still, the precise amount remains unknown. Who is Jenny Slatton's ex-husband? Although much of the public focus has been on her unconventional love story with Sumit, she was married long before she ever appeared on reality television. During an episode of The Other Way, Jenny reflected on her past marriage and how it shaped her emotionally. "I think everyone's entitled to happiness," the Palm Springs, California native shared candidly. She revealed that she had been married for 15 years and genuinely believed she had found lasting love at that time. However, the marriage ultimately ended when her husband chose to leave, a decision that deeply affected her. Jenny admitted that the divorce was devastating and significantly impacted her self-esteem. She described it as a huge blow and explained that the aftermath left her feeling uncertain about her future. "After divorce, life was scary. I didn't think I would ever find love again, to tell you the truth," she confessed. Those vulnerable reflections helped viewers understand why she was willing to take such a significant risk for love later in life. Her relationship with Sumit represented not only romance, but also a second chance at happiness after heartbreak. How does 90 Day Fiancé's Jenny Slatton make money? A major source of Jenny's income comes from her participation in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. Jenny and Sumit have appeared in several seasons and spin-offs, making them one of the more recognizable couples in the series. Cast members reportedly receive payment per episode for their appearances. According to a source who spoke to Radar in January 2019, participants in the franchise typically earn between $1,000 and $1,500 per episode. It has also been reported that compensation can increase depending on experience, popularity, and involvement in additional spin-off series. Couples who return for multiple seasons or headline major storylines may negotiate higher payouts over time. Since Jenny and Sumit have been featured repeatedly across different installments of the show, their total earnings from the franchise could be substantial when combined over several seasons. In addition to reality TV income, Jenny has mentioned receiving Social Security and retirement payments, which provide her with consistent financial support while living abroad. Together, these income sources help sustain her lifestyle in India. While her precise net worth remains undisclosed, her continued presence on television and steady retirement income suggests that she maintains financial stability as she navigates married life with Sumit.